Oh, I'm looking at the tagline for the movie poster. Get ready for mush hour.
Oh,
Good God.
oh,
That's terrible.
I'm sorry, whoever is in charge of marketing in Disney when it comes to these movies, he needs to go. Or she.
Just
Hey,
go.
just go.
I mean, at least
Go.
Jurassic Park franchise, their tagline made sense. If it's not Jurassic Park, it's extinct. It's like, okay,
That works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or with 98 Godzilla, size does matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing cringy like the back of the VHS for the animated Sonic movie cover. Grab some crack your knuckles, catch some tails.
Oh, jeez.
Thankfully, I never got that because I had the original ones that came out in 99 and 2000, respectively.
I rented it.
The only thing I can say for that movie, and I've touched upon this on two separate occasions, one with Blue Reflections and with Fast Memories. The voice acting is terrible, with only the minor exceptions of Edwin Neal, who some of you may know better as the actual physical actor for Lord Zed from Power Rangers, and the voice actor they got for Knuckles.
Bill Wise.
Yeah. But Sonic is terrible. Tails, as we came later to know, suffered the same problem with Sonic Heroes, where he sounds like a young girl with a nasal head cold. It's like, oh, why do they keep doing this to that character? Only when Kate Higgins came along, it's like they finally got his voice right. But Sonic or Sonic the movie, as some of us come to call it, it's a guilty pleasure. You know, it's enjoyable, but there are things that it just doesn't mesh well with me. The art style, it is what it is because it's a mid-90s anime with a dark palette. I mean, for something like Slayers, it works, but for Sonic, you need something a little bit more fluid than that. And like I say, the voice acting, ugh, no, just no.
And there were nods here. Sorry, MJ.
And Tails copping a feel, which I thought, Tails, what the hell are you doing?
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Very.
Get off. I'm so sorry.
I never thought you'd stoop that low. Although,
yeah, I will say it did give a lot of good nods to the early games, especially when they're heading towards Robotropolis. That, I'll give them that. It was a guilty pleasure to watch, but at the same time, there was just some scenes that did not fit, and all I could say was, okay, Sarah, why the hell are you here? Are you just here to be here? You're not really contributing anything, sweetie, except for being a cat girl who will eventually have tons of Rule 34 drawn about her.
Exactly. That is why she's there.
They never really explain what exactly she is, because the president is clearly human, yet she has cat characteristics about her. I'm like, okay.
Because F you, that's why.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Because the writers couldn't give a shit.
And her voice, oh my god, I thought my ears were going to bleed.
No, I lost it.
Yeah, let me put it this way. In comparison, almost, I could just be being nice, it would make one of Stephanie McMahon's rants more tolerable.
Are we talking?
As I said, I could just be being nice. They could just be on par and equally ear rapey.
Are we talking pre-Stephanie McMahon GM 2002 or post GM?
Probably. I'd probably have to see maybe post, because pre, I have noticed she was significantly screechier, especially during that whole McMahon-Helmsley story period.
Oh, God.
And when she sung Winds Beneath Our Ring during the Invasion saga. Oh.
No, no, don't remind me. No, no, no.
No.
I remember during that whole segment where she's going, we need a Barbara Streisand. JR's like, yeah, we need me. Oh, hell no. JR needs Pepto. JR needs Pepto. And during that whole, when she's singing, I'm like, okay, at that time, I wasn't straight. It's like, I'm going to grab a beer. Like, no. Like, I feel
I'm
like...
gonna grab.
Go on.
I'm gonna grab some.
Oh.
I
Oh.
wasn't able to drink yet at that point.
Oh.
Now she sounds like she 5 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, I have noticed since 07, 08, her voice has gone a lot deeper. I don't know whether that's through something natural happening, but even Random picked up on this when he covered for 3 weeks for Raw. So, like, you know, Stephanie just sounds like she's being a bit of a chain smoker because, as you say, voice has gone way deeper. Whether she's purposely trying to sound like her father, which that's a mental image I could do without, the idea of either.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah. But
Mental picture.
I have noticed in more and more as the years have gone by, she does have very, very similar mannerisms to her father, like the way she'll address somebody, body language. I mean, if you look at Stephanie, how she was when she originally came in as a character in 1990, how she is now, she has bulked up a little bit. Not to saying she could be a female Brock Lesnar, which is disturbing in its own right, but she is a lot more athletically toned than what she once was.
Yeah. Well, it helps that she's married to Triple H.
Yeah. The only differences between hers and his muscle is hers is actually natural.
Mm.
I am sorry. When you can see the veins sticking out as clear as day on your arms, like, dude, that ain't natural.
Nope.
And funny thing, I've shared this story once or twice in bouts for RDR. They wanted Scott Steiner to take a drugs test before the Royal Rumble. He said, and I quote, "I'll do it as long as Triple H does one." The drugs test was quickly dropped without so much as a word.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
my.
And similar thing, during the CM Punk interview on Art of Wrestling 3 years ago, CM Punk doing his best Triple H press. Well, you know, Punk, Dave just took the same piss taste that you did. And Punk just goes, did you? And he had nothing to say. And I remember a year later at RDR, I just went, I knew it. Because there are some guys, when they bulk up, you can tell that they've done it right. They haven't resorted to additional support from stuff that some guys do that shouldn't do. And then there are guys that have done stuff and it's like, come on, who you I mean, look at The Rock, for example. I'm sorry, but he can't claim to do that from alone on clanging and banging, especially when some of the veins are sticking out on his arms. Like, and Rock, I say this with the deepest respect. I love you. I think you're the great. You're the people's champion. But, dude, come on. Who are you fooling?
Somewhere in the world right now, The Rock is like raising one of his eyebrows. I sense a disturbance in the Force.
So that's where he gets
So
the
Jabroni is talking about The Rock.
I smell something cooking.
It's not good.